Hey, good morning, fam. Just want to share a short message with you regarding Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 4. It says, "By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches, honor, and life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the perverse. He who guards his soul will be far from them." And so what this speaks of, regarding humility and the fear of the Lord. Humility is a proper perspective of myself, and the fear of the Lord is a proper perspective of God. Realizing who I am. I'm the servant. He's the master. Realizing that it's not about me. I know sometimes when we make decisions, we tend to make them selfishly, in a sense of like, what's going to benefit me? How am I going to profit? But just in humility, we realize it's not about us. We realize that we're here to serve God. We're here to serve people, to love God, to love people. And so just having that proper perspective of myself, but then also having a proper perspective of God. God is holy, he's righteous, he's just. And, he knows all things, right? He knows my attitude, he knows my heart. And so, in that, we're living in a higher accountability. And so when it says that we have, by humility and the fear of the Lord, our riches, honor, and life, don't misinterpret this as, that if you have humility and fear of God, that you're going to be financially rich. That's not what it speaks of here. It speaks of spiritual riches, spiritual honor, and spiritual life. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 19, it tells us that, "Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth." So we know that there's treasures that we can store up here on earth. This is where moths and rust destroy, where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. And the way we do that is through humility and the fear of the Lord. Lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moths nor rust destroy, where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And so if our treasures and, the things of eternity, the things of God, that's where our heart's going to be. And we're going to be moving in that direction. We're going to be pursuing those spiritual riches, the spiritual honor, spiritual life through humility and the fear of the Lord. And then he reminds us that no one can serve two masters, for either he will hate one and love the other, or he will be loyal to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon, or you cannot serve God and money. And then we jump down to verse 33 of Matthew chapter 6. And he says, "But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." So just getting back here to Proverbs 22. We see here that we have all these different choices in life. I have the choice to be humble, to humble myself before God and people, or not. I have the choice to fear God or not. I have the choice to, like it says, thorns and snares are in the way of the perverse. I have a choice to be perverse or not. I have a choice to guard my soul or not. And so based on our choices, it's going to dictate the direction of my life. And so I just want you to think about where you're going. Just think about whether you're being humble towards God and others, whether you're fearing God or not, whether you're guarding your way, guarding your heart, or not. Because if your life is headed in the wrong direction, you obviously want to correct that, right? You don't want to keep going in that direction. And so I just want to encourage you to examine the things that you're doing, your priorities, and start lining them up with the things of God, and watch God work. Watch him change the course of your life, and begin to restore things that are broken, and heal things in relationships. And I know personally in my own life, when I was making the wrong decisions, I was just destroying my life. I looked back and seen a path of hurt people and destruction and pain, and I was tired of making those choices. So I had to give my life over to the Lord, and as I did that, he began restoring. And so I know the same is true for you if you make the same choice. And so let's get right, and let's start making these right choices. Have a great day. God bless.